All right. So, hello, everyone, and welcome. So, right away, I just pick up something really dark. It's like an entity. Okay, so this this is going to be some type of a backfire. So, individuals try to conjure up some type of entity to come after you. I believe that this took place a while ago, and the thing is that um, a lot of the times what individuals do is they'll conjure up or awaken some type of demonic entity or something like that, but they have a time limit to where they have to put it back into the portal. So the thing is that these individuals don't understand. It's like these people conjured up the demon, and they don't realize that whoever they sent the demon to is somebody who can communicate with the other side. So that person has switched the contract, and these people miss the date of the portal. So it's kind of like, but the thing is that they don't understand that, I don't know. A lot of the times when people conjure up entities, it's kind of like they use that energy as a puppet to play a role in somebody else's life. It's kind of like a spirit. So it's like this, the entity, the spirit attaches to the environment, it starts to feed. And so it's kind of like, how can I explain it? It's kind of like this entity will just be body jumping, you know what I'm saying? And festering within individuals' homes, just creating a whole bunch of chaos and misery and all that type of stuff. But the thing is that they don't know for a long time the contract has been switched. So to where they're panicking, worried about a portal, it's kind of like, that entity is not even going in the portal. So whoever they sent that demonic entity on, that person switched it up. I don't think these people know, which means that they're inexperienced. And you have to be careful too, because when you go to a spiritual worker, they know your energy, you know? Um, and it's kind of like if the practitioner is experienced and the practitioner can see who is who and what is what, they'll start scamming. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what you're doing. You don't have any knowledge. You don't have any knowing of how shit works. And the thing is that, it's kind of like you're getting fucked two ways, because somebody has switched up the contract. Then on top of that, if they're going to a practitioner, it's kind of like that practitioner is lying to their ass. And they're collecting money from them. That's why a lot of people do not like esoteric workers and those who are knowledgeable of otherworldly information. And when it comes to a priestess, a priestess is chosen, and therefore the priestess is given certain secrets, secrets that cannot be read in books, secrets that cannot be taught, secrets that you can only be enlightened to. That's a very advanced soul. So it's kind of like, I just kind of see two people playing ping pong. I see two people playing ping pong. It's two women dressed in all black, and they're playing ping pong, and they're laughing at each other with this ball going back and forth. So the ball is going to represent the individual or individuals that think that they have the upper hand in the situation. There's a lot of panic. There's a lot of panic, you know. So my thing is, I think that they're panicking because it's like they haven't been seeing results from this demonic entity doing anything to anybody. So it's kind of like they're trying to try their hardest before the portal closes to be able to get the person that they were trying to send the demon on. And the thing is that person been switched up the contract. So it's kind of like, they done been played. Depending on how long this been going on, they've been getting played for a long time. And the thing is that demon is not going back into that portal. It's going to wreak havoc for the next, I pick up 17. So altogether, the curse is 18 years. But I think it's been about a year because I picked up the number 17. Okay. So a year has already passed. So that's my thing. So, individuals may have like had this window open to have this demonic entity, like trying to get this demonic entity to terrorize somebody for a whole year. It's crazy because that 1 year for whoever they tried to conjure it up on is now going to turn into 18 for them. That's very dangerous. So I'm going to tell you, people usually end up in jail. They usually end up in a psych ward. They end up homeless with a whole bunch of mental issues. And I mean, that's why I be telling people. That's why I be telling people it's not funny. It's really not funny because, well, my thing is that it is absolutely funny because you wanted to see that for somebody else, and it's just like, oh baby, are you about to experience terror for your life for the next 18 years? Obviously, you do not know what's going on. You do not know what you're doing. Then on top of that, it's like you're being taken advantage of by the person who's collecting the money. Because I keep seeing hands and I keep seeing money and I keep seeing somebody trying to watch like scary movies. So that's going to represent somebody who has a toxic imagination. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like somebody is trying to get their ideas of terror to control this entity by using ideas from scary movies. So my thing is that this shit, they should have never did this. This is very serious. And, I see a vision of a whole bunch of like people laughing. So my thing is, baby, you're not going to be laughing. You're not going to be laughing for a long time. And God forbid if children were involved. I guarantee if children were involved, I guarantee that they're seeing like spirits in their children. These people probably don't even get into all this shit. They probably didn't even believe it was real. My thing is that if you didn't believe that it was real, then why would you dibble and dabble in it in the first place? Why would you spend your money on it? And why didn't you think of a plan in case shit went left? These people were so very arrogant, which is why the punishment is going to be very excruciating. I heard individuals are covering up some serious shit. People have been robbed. There's a woman and she has been raped. She's trying to hide that. It's kind of like, because these are all the things that these individuals or this person wanted for somebody else. You see, it's just now getting started. And the thing is, for the first 3 years, it's going to be slow. But after those 3 years, it's going to speed up. I see people eating out of trash cans. Like, their mind is so bad. I see somebody strung out too. But it's mostly eating out them trash cans. That's why I say you either going to end up like out here crazy homeless, you're going to end up in jail, you're going to end up dead. Sometimes you can end up in a situation to where you end up being paralyzed too. That's why I be telling people, if you don't know, then just stay away from it. But, some people, they have to fuck around and find out, and they have to find out the hard way. And the thing is that, nobody wants to, you can't go to a practitioner and ask them to reverse it, because if you were in the wrong, then that practitioner could get caught up within your karma. Nobody is going to be willing to help you. And if you want to throw that much hate at somebody and you're getting it back, well, you deserve it. So I don't know. That's some heavy shit. That's some real heavy shit. This is crazy. Well, you get a taste of your own medicine, and it's not going to taste good at all. I don't have sympathy for shit like this, because for one, you're inexperienced. Why are you doing something? Why are you opening Pandora's box like that? Then on top of that, if you have children, you are not thinking about your children at all. And if you try to come for other children or somebody else's child, well, your children deserve that shit too. So my thing is I'm hearing it's a done deal. It's over. Like, they missed it. Uh-oh. We got somebody spazzing out. Okay. Oh, they got eternity in reverse. Oh my goodness. And forgiveness in reverse. Wow. It's over. Everything that somebody tries to do, nothing is going to go the way in which they want it to go, which means that These people, they sold out. They sold out in some kind of way. When it comes to their purpose, you know, I know people who have gone through this. The most that people can do is try to make shit look like they got, like, their life is okay and all that type of shit, but their life is falling apart. And it's kind of like the more that they try, it's like the obvious it is about what they're really actually going through. They just lose complete control because they're no longer in control. These people have very heavy hearts, which means that they're very guilty. So, wow. Eight of Cups in reverse, toxic community, toxic family. This is what they're going to be stuck in. It's like eternal fire. So they've sent themselves to hell. In religion, we consider heaven and hell to be two different places, but I'm going to tell you, as a psychic medium, heaven and hell is what you create. And you create that through the choices that you make. So when these people signed up to get this work done, that's when they handed it over. They handed over their joy, their love, their happiness. They handed over fortune. We all have a blueprint to life. And on that blueprint, there are blessings and miracles. Of course, there's a lot of trials and tribulations, but also there are very beautiful things that God wants to be able to give you and bless you with in your life, as well as other individuals. But once you go over to the other side, that's what I'm saying. People be doing stuff and they don't know. They think that it's something as easy and simple as just paying to get some work done, but there's so much more that goes into it. I encourage a lot of people I know to just stay away from that shit. I've had a lot of people who don't get into esoteric, they don't get into tarot, but because they're so envious, obsessed, and jealous of me, they start trying to get into this shit. And it's kind of like, it's a calling. You know what I mean? Religion is not for everybody. Esoteric, metaphysical is not for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to choice, this is what I'm saying. People will be making choices. They choose hell. They choose drama. They choose chaos. It doesn't matter what they show on the surface, because the most evilest people try to come off like the most nice. They try to come off like people pleasers, because they want to be able to use people. And once they get what they want from people, they just disregard people. So are you the person that they try to? So who is this? So this is them too. Okay. So this is whoever they was trying to attack. So it looks like somebody did like a truth or some type of lie. It's like a truth spell. Okay, so I see here that you are chosen. Oh, baby. Oh, right. So we're going to wrap this up because this is real simple. God saw this coming 5 years ago. So the thing is that God has been prepping you, and God has been making you a target for the last 5 years, because God knows what these people were doing and what they were going to do. Wow. That's why you got to know who you dealing with. You cannot fuck with everybody. You have an anointing over your life. Maybe if they did this to somebody else, it would have been cool, but no. I don't even think they would have got away, because there's universal law. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, just stay away from shit. Just stay out of shit that you don't know anything about. This shit is crazy. It was over before it started. So it's kind of like the cruelty and the hate that drove these people. They deserve it. They deserve what's happening and what's coming to them. It's over. Then on top of that, you got the union card. So that's God. That's you being in union with God. So if these people try to talk to you, they try to smile in your face, it's kind of like they don't know that God is projecting through you, watching them, observing them. God has been trying to give these people chances, but it seemed like they done crossed the limit. They failed their judgment. I feel like so how do we fail judgment? You keep lying when you know you're supposed to be telling the truth. So it's kind of like every judgment that they miss, more and more shit is getting tacked on to that demon that, wow. It's getting tacked onto that demon that they conjured up. Wow. Okay, so we're going to end it there, because this is crazy. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So until next time, we'll talk again. Thank you.